So I thought that for this mini-sode, we would answer one of the questions we've been sent, right? And actually, this came up 3 times in 3 different forms. One was like, what's the biggest row you ever had? What are your best arguments? And can you talk about some of the most ridiculous arguments you've ever had?
I genuinely can't remember a single one. Like, so you're going to have to go into them.
A lot of them I can't remember exactly what we were arguing about. But I can remember, for example, when I came over to New York one time, I think I had arrived that day. We were meant to be going out for drinks that night. I was really tired and I was really jet lagged. And I think you like just really wanted me to come out and like meet your friends or whatever. I think I went, and then at about 11 I was like, look, I'm really tired, I'm going to go home. And you got really annoyed. And then we had a huge screaming row. And I was then like at home Googling flights going, how am I going to get home tomorrow? It's like I was really tired and I think you were slightly drunk. And yeah, no, you were. I know it's hard to believe.
You know what? Now I would like to interject, because now you've brought back a flood of memories to me. And it's nothing to do with being drunk. It's to do with the fact that every single place that I lived or whatever, I was always so looking forward to you coming to stay with me and hang out. And the minute you'd get there, you'd be like, oh, I need to be in bed. I need my cup of hot cocoa. Got to go to bed. Got to go to... Yeah.
I do not drink cocoa before bed. You're making me sound like such a Gilmore Girls nerd. I do not.
And I was actually thinking probably the biggest rows we ever have had are about your stupid perfect feet. Because you constantly would bring some snazzy pair of, I hate to say it, but wedges to wherever we were going. I wish I had a picture of your feet.
This is about to be the most ridiculous row we ever had.
This was in Milan. To wherever we were going, you would always bring a pair of shoes and we would go, we're going out tonight. Now we have to walk wherever we're going, Rosemary. And Rosemary's very proud. So for those of you who aren't aware, Rosemary will post a picture later on of her could-be model
No,
feet.
well, the problem is my toes are very hairy.
Oh, well, I
in my old age, my dotage.
This morning. Have you ever seen that video on YouTube of the hand model?
No.
Oh my God, it's actually insane. So this woman
Oh,
who's
I think
a
I
hand model.
have.
Yeah.
I think I have.
And it is like literally, she seems nuts, right? But just the way she's like, she can't touch anything with her hands.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Rosemary used to be and is semi the equivalent of that with her feet.
Touch anything
right?
with
She
her
can't
feet.
touch anything with her feet. Her feet are so perfect. I have inherited a bunion from our mother, which I'd like to say is not my fault or my mother's. It's just one of those things that happen. Rosemary hasn't and has frequently gloated over the fact that her feet are
Can I just point out
shape.
that having delicate feet that are skinned with the flesh of a peach is also not my fault and inherited.
But the boasting about it and the judging of other people's feet is your fault.
I do not judge other
You've
people's
judged
feet.
my feet. Oh, what's that on the bottom of your feet? Oh, is that a bunion? Oh, your
I know,
toes
a bunion is not on the bottom of your foot. I know
Is
what a
your
bunion
second
is.
toe bigger than your first toe? Oh, you've got dad's toes.
Why are you making me sound so D4?
What? Because you are. Anyway, so when we were in Milan, so we were like, oh, we're going out tonight. We're going to go out. Now, we're not going to be going home. I remember myself and Julie were like, Rosemary, we will not be coming home within the next 3 hours. Wear a pair of comfortable shoes, wear flat shoes. Actually, Rosemary, you were ahead of your time. Do you know that's the thing? Like now, it would be like wear the flat shoes all the time.
No. But like I wasn't ahead of my time because I didn't want to wear the flat shoes.
But that's what I'm saying. You were ahead of your time. Like you could have been ahead of your time. Then is what I really should be saying.
If I'd given in to this bullying,
you shouldn't have given in. You should have just worn them with pride. But anyway, so you're wearing this. Like,
I wanted to be cool. I wanted to be wearing heels. I wanted to be dressy. Like I just felt like if I was wearing flat shoes, I'd be real frumpy.
You wouldn't have been frumpy. You were a dote, and you were wearing anyway these high heels. And literally, would get out, and by the time we would get to the corner of the road before the bus stop, you'd be whinging about some...
But sorry,
hold on. I'm not about some blister. And the more annoying part was I'd go, fuck's sakes, you can't possibly have a blister. And you would remove the shoe and like one of Cinderella's ugly sisters, half of the foot would be scraped off you by this like soft...
Like the Princess and the Pea. Like, honestly. Like I would have blisters all over the soles of my feet like in that Phil Collins song.
What? Oh,
she's got blisters on the soles of her feet.
Anyway, so that's probably not the biggest row we've ever had, but the biggest theme of all the rows that we have is that Rosemary wants to go out, wants to get dressed up, but then once she gets out, gets dressed up in the big bad world, she's not ready for it, and she wants to be back in bed with her hot cocoa within the half an hour.
Fuck off about the hot cocoa. Whatever, maybe an electric blanket and a hot water bottle, not a hot cocoa.
Sorry, hot milk.
I would never drink hot milk. Don't be vile.
Warm milk and a back rub. You'd love
love a back rub. No, I don't like warm milk though. Gross.
With skin on.
Absolutely vile. What is wrong
with you? I really
can't
think of anything, but I mean, I don't think that I have proven myself to have the most optimum memory in the past couple
We had a row
episodes.
not that long ago about a storyline from Ozark, which was like a massive row. we had a huge fight. We're like screaming at each other in the kitchen. And Dawn was like a silent spectre in the living room right next to us.
But that was about so much more than Ozark, Rosemary. That was about mental health, communication.
It was about a row about a storyline where I said I didn't think it was okay for a character's sister to have told his love interest that he was bipolar. And then it somehow turned into like me thinking I'm an authority on mental health.
That, you are oversimplifying. And
Well,
luckily
I'm trying
for
to
you,
oversimplify.
yet again, I can't remember the ins and outs of it. I just know that he was there. We were both almost crying about it. Then we looked at each other and we got into vile rages.
Yeah, it ended up with us like shouting at each other in the kitchen. And then I stormed off to bed.
Yeah, I know. You're a desperate stormer. You
I'm
love
desperate
storming off in the middle of things.
Yeah, but
I
you
like to
also
resolve
love
them.
No. You also like to kind of also storm off, but then immediately text me from your bedroom being like,
No,
"Are we just
you
going to go
had
to sleep now?"
stormed. And I don't like to go to bed without resolving the issue, even if it means talking about it until the wee.
Oh,
or,
God.
it's like even
Whereas-
if exhaustion is what brings you together.
Whereas I do as well, because I'm also like, I know we're both going to wake up and have a much better perspective on this.
Oh my God, we're not. I think that it's a bit like after Don and I got married, and I've said this to you before, like we used to have, not all the time, but like when we had a row, it was a mega row, you know, before we were married. And then our very first row after we got married, like started out as a massive row. And I remember halfway through just going, oh, what is the point? Like we have, you know what I mean? Can't leave him anymore. I
can't even really threaten to leave.
Yeah, I was like,
properly,
we're gonna make up. Like this is so pointless. I was like, this is the most boring thing ever because I'm getting all upset and it's got like we're gonna be friends again tomorrow. You know, so I was like, but I went in and tried to explain that to him and he was having none of it. So that was even more enraging. So we ended up having probably a double the scale row would have been. Because I was trying to be all like, hey, let's make up. Because like at the end of the day, we're going to have to make up anyway. And he was like, have to make up. So it didn't really work. You know, it's like you got to find the person on your plane. Like you can't just decide it's over and make it over, if you know what I mean.
It can't just be your truth.
Oh, for God's sake.
We also had an argument about that recently.
When you transcribe these episodes, I'd like you to say, Beatrice
Silence
rolls
for eye
eyes.
rolling.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Pause for eye rolling.
Clenched teeth.
Long sip of wine.
Or like, oh, you bitch. Or like, eye rolling, scale 14. Eye rolling, scale 5.
Sorry, what's this scale on a scale of what? 1 to what?
15.
20? Jesus Christ. I just did a 16, in case you're wondering.
That's terrible. Oh. You could also put in some things like, looks attractive. Looks broodingly out of window.
Leans further back into jelly sofa, spreads legs.
You could say, points legs like ballerina. Does Olivia Palermo like a shoulder twist? Oh, sits up straight with regular, extra good posture.
Beatrice, the operative word is mini.
Oh,
Minisode.
oh, right. So you're going to say mini pops. Okay.
Mini argument. Thank you all for listening to this mini episode of Not Without My Sister. You'll get a new full episode where we don't argue. Lol. Every Tuesday, wherever you get podcasts. Subscribe now to get this straight into your podcast app every Tuesday. And oh yeah, you can get us on Instagram at Not Without My Sister. Check out the website notwithoutmysis.com or email us notwithoutmysis@gmail.com if you have any topic suggestions or you'd like to give us any advertising money.
She said, wittily.
No, I wasn't trying to be witty. Zero eye roll. Eye roll scale 0. Sincerity scale 15.
16. Beatrice looked attractive.
Oh, you can get Beatrice on Instagram at Beatrice McCabe with an A in her Mac. You can get me at Rosemary McCabe with an A in my Mac. And you will get us together in your podcast app next Tuesday. Goodbye.
Bye.
Not Without My Sister is edited by Liam Garrity. Sound and original music by Don Kirkland. And our original illustration is by Lindsay Nielsen.
Not Without My Sister is a member of The Warren, the home of great Irish podcasts. You'll find more great shows at thewarren.ie.